in this position, black is just one move away from the promotion of this pawn. How do we stop it? And you can try to find the continuation here with the white pieces. I'll show you how a rook and bishop simply dominates the position, and they are very helpful for you to to win the game. Let's see how do we. So we start with rook c7 check, and now the king has like this much options, six different options. I'll show you what will happen on all of these. Let's say the most obvious one, king d6 to attack the rook, but in this case the move that we should play, and you can find it, like we play rook to h7. Now what, like, okay, you are saying that okay, the pawn is getting promoted, how do we stop it? The thing is, after he promotes to a queen, then the move we play rook to h1, which attacks the queen, and the queen has not very much options to go. He has only one move, that is to queen to a2, and now we play rook to d1 check. And now no matter what, where the king is moving, let's say the king moves here, we just simply play bishop d5, which simply traps the queen. Okay, and if he takes, and then it's take, and we just play king b4 and win the pawn, and this pawn endgame is completely winning for white. So yeah, in this case, after, let's say, you must be thinking, so this pattern, like king d6 and king d8 are very similar. Like if the king is going on to d8, still we follow up with the same pattern, rook h7 and rook h1, because again we just have a rook d1 check and bishop d5 traps the queen. Let's say now in these two options what will happen. Let's say if the king is going on to e8, then we play just simply bishop c6 check, and now it's a very good move. Let's say if the king goes to d8, then we just play rook d7 check and come back on d1, which stops the promotion. And one very interesting variation, that is the king to f8. Now in this case, you just sacrifice your rook, like rook f7 check, and if the king takes, we just play bishop to this and picks up the pawn, and again this bishop endgame is completely winning for white. So yeah, this will happen. And now if the king is trying to go to, let's say, f6, now here also we have a very interesting move, that is rook f7 check, again with the same pattern. Like if the king takes, then we just play bishop d5 check, picks up the pawn, and same thing will happen if the king goes to f8. So yeah, so after rook c7, once you realize that if you see all these things, you will see that after rook c7 check, no matter what, where the king is going, it is completely winning for white only.